Dogecoin looks like it broke the uptrend that I was looking at right here, and it looks like we're going sideways, kind of forming a triangle pattern. We could have been forming a bull flag, but it looks like we're kind of breaking that to the downside right now. I guess we don't know until this candle closes if we're going to actually continue our way down or if it's just going to go back up. We're going to still be in this triangle pattern and break to the upside. So yeah, I'm waiting for this candle to close around 38 minutes as I'm recording this right now. So let's see how long, let's see if we close this candle below this trend line and then we get another candle pushing to the downside. If we do, then the next place that I'm looking at is .145 again, this Fibonacci retracement level. If we zoom out a little bit, this is the past 10 days. This was from the first. This was just that little run that we just had, opposed to as if we zoom out, and this is the other Fibonacci retracement levels that I've been looking at. If we drag from the bottom to the top of that trend, then we get different levels. I'm just looking at this small area right here. And so yeah, let's go ahead and zoom back into this area. But yeah, if I go to the other chart, then that's kind of where I'm getting the different Fibonacci retracement levels. So right now, this one is the 38% level sitting at .151. Like I was thinking, I didn't mention it yesterday, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to look at this chart. We not only came down and hit that 50% level, but we bounced up. And I was going to say, this possible that so we came up to the 38% level, and it's now possible that this was a target, and now we might have to come back down and maybe trade in between those for a little bit. So yeah, I was watching this support, this support, this support, giving me an uptrend going to the upside. We broke that going down right here, but we got support, we got resistance, and then we got a little bit of support, giving me a little triangle pattern. And like I've been saying, we watch the trend line, and if it starts breaking sideways, then we watch the top, and then we watch the bottom. This one necessarily hasn't broken the bottom per se, but the bodies of the 1 hour time frame kind of formed a little triangle pattern, and it did break that triangle. Let's see if it breaks .15070 pretty much going to the downside, and then I'll be a little bit more confident on this limit order down here at .145. The only thing that I'm not super confident about the limit order is that we have support right here and support right here, giving me an uptrend like this. And as you can see right here, even if we came down and really fast, and it didn't take time for us, so as time goes on, we'll go sideways. If we go fast, it's going to be a straight plunge down. Even if we came straight down from right here, this trend line might still prevent me from hitting that .145 target again. So I'm not sure if we're going to hit that target. I'm not super confident. Like I was saying, we have this trend line right here. Let's see if we could come down. I don't know, maybe wick through it and break, maybe wick through it and then start coming back on that trend line or something like that. But yeah, we'll kind of see. But in general, I've been liking playing off these Fibonacci retracement levels. So I bought up here. We came up, started getting resistance, pretty much met my target at .151, pretty much as far as playing off the Fibonacci retracement levels. The next one would have been .158, but since we started having trouble and going sideways, then I was like, okay, well, maybe it's time to try to get that limit order again. Maybe it's going to fall over and come back down and hit that limit order. But I'm very curious if we're going to do this. The other thing I was thinking, though, let's say we come back down. Let's say we come up, we got resistance, and then we come down, and we get support on this line again because we've already gotten support in that in the past, and then it bounces up. We would have to look at this line for resistance, and we could drag this one out and use the bodies. Let's actually get rid of that first. We could use the bodies of the 1 hour time frame, but we also have the wicks up here. So what I was thinking is we could be starting to form like a bigger potential triangle pattern as well, something like this. Let's see what happens okay, so step one is even breaking this part right here because we haven't really done that. If we do that, then let's see if this will hold support or if it breaks through. And if it breaks through, then I'll probably be even looking at these previous bottoms, sitting at the bottom is .14217. This next previous bottom was .14333. So if we broke around, I mean, like I said, it depends on how fast we came. If okay, so let's say we broke this. It depends on how fast we came down. If we did it slow, then it's possible that we hit this trend line way higher, or if we do it fast, it's possible that we hit it lower. It's a moving trend line. So as far as time goes, so yeah, I think first things first is let's see if it breaks 15 cents. If it does, then I'll be much more confident on .145. We'll see what happens at this trend line, though. That could give us not problems. It could get a bounce, which would be good for Dogecoin. But as far as trying to fill that limit order, it might give me a problem as far as that. But we'll kind of see. And like I said, the only reason I'm doing this is because we had this uptrend, and then we broke that going to the downside, and so that was maybe why I got suspicious. And then I was looking at this triangle, and we broke that going to the downside. That's another flag, red flag. Let's so excuse me. Yeah, I maybe something like this. Maybe draw out a horizontal line. Maybe I'm looking at a horizontal line like this, and then if we break that going down, then that's when I could get more confident on that target. But yeah, so far so good though. We came down, hit that 50% as planned, got a nice little bounce, which is lucky. I mean, we kind of bounced right in that area, and then came up here, and then hopefully now we could play off these Fibonacci retracement levels. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I like playing off these Fibonacci retracement levels. We can use them to buy and sell. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going. That's one of the good thing about Dogecoin is we get these nice moves, and hopefully we could take advantage of them by using trend lines. And hopefully maybe this trend line breaking going to sideways will maybe lead to it going down, and we can get another nice little move. From here to here was like 3% or something. I mean, let's actually measure it. We get the measuring tool, drag from the bottom to the top. If you bought and sold that way, then it'd be 4%, 4.2%. And then let's say like I've been doing before, where I sold up here and then I bought back down here. That's another like 10% as far as selling and buying. And then so yeah, I mean Fibonacci retracement works pretty good. I wasn't 100% sure if the Fibonacci retracements were gonna do anything, because when we hit this 38% level, it didn't really do much. It kind of got a bounce right there, but it didn't do much. And like I was saying in my I don't know how many videos ago, but I was really, when we started breaking to the downside, I was saying I'm looking at the 50% level more than the 38% level. And it worked out pretty decent. So we came down, boom, boom, came to 38. Let's see if we come back down, hit that 50% again. Like I said, I like the 50%. Sometimes we could go down here though too. So the 61% is sitting at .139 approximately. If we break this, that's another potential level that we can go. Okay, so let's say we form a triangle pattern and something like that. If we drag to the top to the bottom, let's say we form something like this, or we'll do something like that. If we broke out like right here, I mean, it really would depend, but that, let's say something like that formed, and then we broke to the downside, and then we had to come back down to here. I don't know. All hypothetical. Like I said, the first things first is we need to break this one going to the downside if we're gonna look at this target. Right now we're still technically trending up. We've been trending up. Consolidation. All we have to do to start going up is break this line, and maybe this line with the wicks. This one is the bodies, this one's the wicks. After that, I would say this line right here, and then because we kind of got a little bit of resistance right here in general. After that, I would be looking at these tops up here sitting at around .168. Alright, well, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. If you want to check out some of the last videos, actually the last video, what was I looking at in the last video? I don't know. Check it out right here, though. If you guys want to kind of keep up with the story and see what's been happening, let me know what you think. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.